my lovelies, today's video is going to be an unboxing video for the May Books That Matter box. I have mine here. It's actually quite dented because the cats have been sitting on it and I have opened it beforehand. I haven't been able to do a Books That Matter unboxing for quite a while. That's because I didn't get the March box and I didn't get the April box because I didn't have the budget, but I have now resubscribed on a 3-month subscription since I'm at home because of all the quarantine and lockdown that's going on. When I did my video for the February unboxing, I actually showed a picture of what was going to be in the March box since I couldn't actually buy it. And now that I've actually got some money again, I went back and I bought the book from the March box separately on my own. And that was Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nicholas. And this is a suffragette story. And I just thought it looked too good for me not to get, even though I didn't get the box. And if anyone's wondering, this is what was in the April box that I couldn't get. You sneezing? You sneezing, buddy cat. Mr. Lou was sneezing. Where you going? Where you going? You gonna go there? You go where you want to go. The theme for May is bloom, and I have to say the first thing that was actually in this box was something edible, and it was this pineapple flapjack, and I've eaten it and it was really nice. The next thing that is in this box is actually this newspaper, and it is The Happy News by Emily Coxhead, and it's just a newspaper that has all positive things that have been going on in the recent months. And this is because of the quarantine and the coronavirus, they thought we all needed some cheering up. So this newspaper of happy things is in the box, and I've read through some of it, and there's some really nice little bits of newspaper, such as this little tiny article here that says Formula One committed to being carbon neutral by 2030. And I thought it also might be, after I've read it, might be a good idea to actually collage it and maybe cut out some of the articles because they're all set up in these really nice little squares. And I thought maybe after I finish reading it, instead of throwing it out, I might collage it in some way and recycle the good news. This is a nice one. Sea turtles record-breaking 22,000 mile swim. And speaking of being collagey, we've actually got these postcards in the box as well, and you can never have too many postcards. This one says all you need is love. This is a really nice leafy floral pattern, and this one says hello, and they are designed by Mookie Doodle, and on the back of all of them it says where flowers bloom, hope is found. And that is a really nice message for quarantine, spring during quarantine. But the thing that I'm most excited for in this box is this actual little lovely Millie Morota's Animal Kingdom colouring book. And I went through a phase where colouring books were the only things I wanted. I had Doctor Who colouring book, I've got a cat's colouring book, I've got this big fantasy colouring book. So I would really love to get back into it, especially with this being a more compact version than the ones I've got. And the detailed designs in this, like, that is so detailed and so small, and I love things like that because you can colour them in. That's going to take you a while, but it's going to be so satisfying, especially since you can make all the little details lots of different colours. The cat is now on my desk of drawers. What are you doing, Popsy Dops? Popsy Dops is trying to eat her food. I put "You're being filmed" on top of a stack of books on top of my closed drawers, and the cat's dish with food is also there. So now she's standing on top of the box to eat her food. But we also had this little pack of crayons to go with it, so I'm really excited about this, especially with it being nature themed to go with bloom. And I'm just getting really excited by how teeny tiny some of these details are and how cool it's going to look when it's filled in. So this brings my heart so much joy because I went through the big colouring phase and I'm ready to get back into it. What are you doing? What are you... Do you want to get back to your num-nums? Do you want to get back to your num-nums? Go on then. Let me grab the book. Let me grab the book first and you can get back to your num-nums. And of course, the last... She's there. Her head is there. And of course, the last thing in the box is the book, and that is Say 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 by Lila Savage. And this is actually quite a small read. If you saw my summer TBR video, you'll know that some of the books I'm trying to get to are quite chunky reads with lots of magical lore. And obviously just finishing my degree, with finishing an academic year, I'm getting really distracted by the fact that Popsy Dops is sat on this corner here. Obviously just coming out of doing an academic year and just finishing off having to do lots of really academic reading, I think it's really good to have some quick reads on my shelf as well. And this is about when Ella comes to work for Bryn. He has been caring for his wife alone for a long time. Jill has a brain injury caused by a car accident and is slowly losing her memory. Every day a little more of her disappears. Lonely and exhausted, Bryn and Ella strike up a tentative friendship. His tenderness towards Jill... Stop, cat! His tenderness towards Jill challenges Ella's most deeply held beliefs about love, but it also awakens feelings of envy and desire that Ella struggles to control. Wise and insightful says about what it means to love in a world where time is always running out. So I think this will be quite a nice read that I'm going to integrate into my TBR quite soon as well, I think. It is only 161 pages and it's quite neatly chaptered out as well, so I think I'm definitely going to integrate this into my TBR quite soon. And of course there is always a bookmark, and I almost forgot about it because it is currently in one of the books I'm currently reading, which is The Lord of the Rings, because I'm reading it with a reading group and I'm behind with it already. And that is of course the bookmark that has the theme on it, which is Bloom, and that lovely quote which I really love for specifically this time of year, and that is, where flowers bloom, hope is found. And I think that's just such an apt quote to have had for the May box. So that is in my copy of Lord of the Rings. So that is everything that was in the May box. I've already eaten one of the things. I've started reading the newspaper and I'm really enjoying that and already thinking of projects I can do with that. And I'm hella excited about having another colouring book, especially one that's got such small little details in it. If you're wondering, these are the prices for books that matter. I would normally go a one-off subscription because with moving between university and home, I'm never quite in the same place for 3 months at a time. It's always about 2.5. But because of the UK lockdown, I was at home for my whole of my summer term, so I decided that I'm going to get a 3-month subscription, which would do my May, my June and my July box. So I've got those lined up, ready to go, and I don't have to pay for them because I already pay for them in one lot of free. So thank you for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Are you going to say sorry for disturbing my video? No, you're not at all, are you? No. Off you go. No, yep. Stand on it all. That's it. Stand on all the books. I love having cats.